Track 9, Life Goes By and I Can't Keep Up.
I am recording acoustic guitar to Life Goes By every single day, and I can't keep up.
Still working on the title. So Life Goes By and I Can't Keep Up started with a writing trip to Toronto where we connected with a couple people. The specific person I want to bring up is Brendan Canning. We were in the studio and working on something really cool that we never ended up using, but he invited us over to his house for pizza, which he bought, took us to a nice restaurant. Yeah. This beautiful heritage home he lives in, and wall-to-wall records, and he has this amazing piano, and so the vibe was just totally there, and we had already built the trust throughout the day of like working on a song together.
Also being fans of Broken Social Scene and Brendan Canning's work, it was so nice to be at his house.
And I just sat down at the piano and started playing some chords and started singing that chorus. Oh, life goes by and I can't keep up. And Drew's like, that's cool. Brendan comes in and is like, hey, what are you guys playing? And then it was, if you were going to have a movie moment, that was definitely a movie moment, because it just was like, he picks up his guitar and starts playing along, and Drew is like playing along as well. Or, yeah, either way, I think you were both playing guitar and I was just sitting there vibing and wrote the chorus there. Mm-hmm. And then we took it back to our house, basically, Cultus Lake, and just finished it on the Yamaha piano we have, upright piano we have in our living room, and wrote the verses. And Drew was really like, you can talk about the verses. You were like, I want to be very specific.
Yeah. I had a picture in my head. I really want this to be like a road trip song. Like, I'm picturing us like so many weekends where we've had this amazing weekend and you're thinking about coming back to work on Monday. And then it kind of follows in where we both wrote our different verses. We had the same theme, but we wrote about different feelings around it, and then we collaborated in the bridge. It felt like it was really organic and it worked. And I think we held that song really lightly because it's slow, and we knew that it was gonna be like a special song on the album. We kind of saw it as the ground floor of the album, as you will. And I think because we weren't holding it that tight, we were excited to collaborate. And there was a lot of yeses rather than maybe try this. Or
I think it reminds me of October 2nd, actually, because we kind of took verses and almost like did our separate verses and then came back together. I really liked singing with Drew on this one. Your voice is so beautiful.
Hey.
And everybody says you should sing more.
It's
My
fun.
mom says Drew's voice is her favorite voice in the world.
So send it to the music critics
says that
everywhere.
about Drew's voice.
With this song, we kind of felt like we were coming into his world of Broken Social Scene, and it kind of was in the back of our brain or top of mind. And it kind of crept in.
Maybe,
it kind of crept into the song, crept into the vibes. Like, I would say, if I'm being really honest, one thing that Broken Social Scene is really, really good at, in my opinion, is that they have these slow jams, but there's a consistent beat under it. And I think that kind of unlocked it when we were with Brendan Canning. The bridge is a repetitive vibe, like Anthems of a 17-year-old girl. And we kind of subconsciously or consciously were there in that world with the song that he created. And it's also fun to see his musical influence, direct and indirect, towards the song.